Today we are in a little bit of a different setting. You might hear some boats passing by or see a duck here and there. I actually just got so much duck poop off of this table so that we can have a clear table to make our arrangement today. I am currently at the lake spending a beautiful day with my friend. Today I wanted to chat about breaking my victim mentality. As I'm progressing in life, I'm realizing that there are a lot of beliefs that I'm gonna have to leave behind, and there are a lot of stories that I have been telling myself about what I deserve, what I'm worth, and I can't really take those stories with me if I'm trying to move forward. I have been in the circumstances that I've been in for so long because that's what I believed I was worth. I have treated myself like a victim for a long time, and I've allowed things that have happened to me shape my perspective of myself and what I'm worth. I realize that has to change. If I want to see myself in a high regard, or I want anyone else to see me that way, I have to believe that I'm worth those things. I'm done allowing other people and the world tell me who I am, what I'm worth. I want to decide that for myself. I want to feel good about who I am. We are constantly showing other people and the world what we deserve. Whatever I believe about myself is going to translate through how I go about my life, my opportunities, how I express myself to others. Sometimes I find myself perpetuating the damage that has been done to me by believing that that's what I deserve, and therefore I will continue to attract more and more things if that's what I believe I'm worth. But anyways, I feel like this is something that I have to realize, and something that I wanted to talk about with you guys, is that no one else has control over how we perceive, live, enjoy our lives. Because we can't always escape these negative events, but we can use them for us at the end of the day. Okay. There is a very important distinction to make whenever I'm talking about victim mentality, or this sort of lack mentality that I'm describing. There is no justification for any abuse or unfortunate bad thing that has happened to somebody that has made them a victim. That is not what I'm talking about. I am talking about more so making sure that we don't allow the negative things or behaviors that have been inflicted onto us hold us back from anything that we want in our lives, or affect our perception of ourselves and what we believe that we're worthy of or deserve. Because I found myself being very naive and getting into situations that are not so good, and then it does affect what I feel like I'm worth. Therefore, it affects the types of opportunities I go after, or the life I believe I can have. That is just no good. I don't want to be held back by those things. If we don't decide what we are worth, then we're constantly going to be listening to the stories that other people are telling us. Life can be painful and scary in general, and we don't always know what's going to come at us. And I think that I am trying to develop a strong level of self-worth and respect that I've never had, so that I can move through life in a way that is healthy and peaceful and happy. It's what we all deserve, and I think a lot of the times we don't believe that because nobody ever told us that, or nobody ever showed us that that is what we are worth. But we are. It is vital that I believe it. We show others who we are and what we deserve. If we don't believe that we deserve good things or that we are worthy, then that's exactly what's going to come across. I'm not saying that it's our fault that people have treated us badly or bad things have happened. No, but ever since I was really young, I've always been very afraid of the worst case scenario and almost expecting that to happen. When we are living in that mentality, we're prone to a lot of excuses. Because this bad thing happened to me, me, I'm led to believe that it's going to happen again, or I can't have this thing because I've been proven that this is what I deserve. But we have so much more power than we believe. I think that we feel like we can justify our excuses when bad things have happened to us, and sometimes we don't want to take the risk of believing that we deserve otherwise. We can be prone to making a lot of excuses about why we don't deserve something or about why we could never have something. But I think it's until we decide to dare to dream a little bigger and say, no, what if I'm actually worth the opposite of what I've been shown? What if the things that have happened to me are not my fault and I can choose what happens from here on out, or at least how I decide to use what happens to me moving forward? Until we decide to do that, we won't always be shown it. If we believe that we are worth a certain type of treatment, then that is what we will get. And we're not to blame for believing that, but I think I'm starting to realize that I have more power in what happens to me. The more that we believe we're worth good things happening to, the more that we will see those good things. Deciding to let go of your victim mentality doesn't mean that you're letting go of the things that were done wrong to you. If anything, it means that we are holding that awareness that those things are not okay, and heal ourselves by placing our power back in our hands and not in the hands of those who have hurt us or the events that have beat us down. We're making the powerful choice of accepting what happened for what it is and deciding that we will move towards a different outcome. It's not about letting others get away with what they did. It's about empowering ourselves and believing that we are worth more. Sometimes having the awareness of why something is unhealthy or bad that has been done to you, having that awareness and knowing that can be really painful, but also understanding why something is wrong or destructive is kind of that first step to allowing us to move forward. With all of that being said, and my scarf falling off my head so many times, we are showing people what we deserve. If we believe that we are worth the things that have happened to us, we are going to allow them to happen again and again and perpetuate a cycle that maybe we never wanted to happen in the first place. That's why I know that it's so important that we figure out what it is that we desire, what makes us feel healthy, happy, good, safe. The scarf is really not working out. I just don't know how to securely have it on my head.
Oh, sorry. You want it loose, not total.
Yeah. I'm like, you've already been on my YouTube channel.
Hi guys.
Many of times. This is my sister. Yeah, no, this is my best friend. And her name is Max Chambers.
Hi. This is a crazy moment right now.
Introduce yourself. Why not? Like an unexpected. No, it's okay. Don't be nervous.
Hi.
Do you want to sit there?
Should I sit there?
You're a mystery. We're spending a beautiful day here at the lake, and I was just telling the camera how I am deciding to break my victim mentality today. The reason that I wanted to pull Max in here is because she is somebody... Okay, now there's a helicopter going by. She's somebody who always encourages me in this way, and if I didn't have her on my journey, I don't know if I would be feeling as inspired to break my victim mentality. And I was just talking about how my entire life I've sort of, and even Chloe pointed this out recently, that I've been always saying like, oh, like these bad things are happening to me. Am I cursed? Like what's going on? Am
yeah.
Exactly. Letting life kind of happen to me. And we can't always control it. We can't control who's going to hurt us, what people we're going to run into, what's going to happen in this life. But we can control how we use that and how we perceive our life and what is happening for us versus against us.
Right. Well, and life always happens. My mom always says life happens on life's terms, and it's really just about how we react to it. I feel like we just get stuck in loops of kind of other people's perceptions and what other people are thinking about me and what other people are doing, and oh, how can I do that better, or wow, that's so embarrassing, like, and it kind of just gets you in this, what we've been talking about a lot this week, of like being kind of feeling stuck.
Yes. I just wanted to jump in here and say, you guys know that I am all about finding beauty in the world around us, and that's why I love flowers so much, because they're beautiful and they smell beautiful, which is probably why I am also so obsessed with fragrances and scents. It's such a big part of my life and how I express myself. I have shared my favorite scents with you in the past, and I'm continuing to grow that collection because of Scentbird. When I heard about Scentbird and the fact that I could try multiple in this way that was customized to me, I got very excited. These are the 4 scents that I am currently working with. You can take a quiz that allows you to describe what you're most drawn to, and Scentbird offers personalized suggestions based on your preferences. I have to say, Scentbird really nailed it with some of these. They sent me Runway Rose by Judith Ripka, Aqua di Parma by Fico di Amalfi, Amber Royal by Ormond Jane, and Sleek Sandalwood by Mason 21G. Not only do I get an incredible amount of fragrance to try, but the packaging is so convenient and easy. I can take it with me when I travel, when I'm out for the day, slip it in my purse. The cases that also come with Scentbird are amazing. I love that I can lock it and unlock it, and it keeps my little bottles safe. The reason that I love the Sleek Sandalwood one so much is because there's a hint of bergamot in there. My other favorite, which was the Amber Royal, what makes this one stick out to me is its jasmine tones, and they give you a 30-day supply of each fragrance, which gives you plenty of time to try it out, see how you like it. Your first month is only $8, and you are getting 30-day worth of supply of multiple perfumes. I don't have to commit to buying one big bottle. I can try out the ones that I'm interested in and continue down my journey of finding my perfect scent. If you're interested in trying Scentbird, scan this QR code or use the link below, and make sure to use my code INAYAH, INAYAH, to get 55% off. That is more than half off your order. Plus, you'll get a free delivery to your door and a free case. Thank you so much, Scentbird, for sponsoring today's video. A lot of people that have this kind of lack mentality would look at your circumstances and be like, yeah, because of this, I can't do this thing.
Right.
Or because of that, because I wasn't given this, I can't do this. But you've defied all of those odds and always said, no, I do deserve this. No, I can do this thing. And I feel like that's because you don't have a lack mentality. You don't look at the lack of things. You look at what is there for you to uncover.
Right. And where would I be if I did look at the lack mentality? I mean, I didn't have a silver spoon in my mouth, but I still feel, it's like that quote that's like, change your perspective. That's when miracles happen. Truly, because I could be looking at my life and my upbringing and be like, wow, that's so sad. Wow, this happened and that happened, and wow, it really all set me up for failure. No. Another quote of mine, radical optimism, guys.
Yes.
Radical optimism is what I live by every single day of my life. My life is so incredible and so amazing, and I get to wake up every single day with a roof over my head, just a blue sky, if anything, over my head. It's and on top of it, I get amazing friends and clean water and food. And you know, I think that's something that's really helpful with getting out of the victim mentality, is starting and or ending your day with a grateful list will really, really do wonders. Because I feel like that's how me and you kind of get out of it when we're feeling stuck and like, where are we going with life? What are we doing? And you start comparing yourself and all these toxic things.
I love the song. But truly, looking at the things that we do have, what do we want? What do we have? Stop looking at what you don't want, what you don't have, what you weren't given. Because the more we focus on that, the more that will be perpetuated.
Right.
But the more that we focus on the things that we do want and that we do have and what could happen and all the exciting possibilities instead of all the scary negative possibilities, then that's what will appear in our life.
You are the creator of your own world, guys.
Yeah.
It's that saying of like, if you're looking for light, you're going to see the light, and if you're looking for the dark, you're only gonna see the dark. Nobody is gonna do that for us. If anything, people want to see your downfall. People do not want to see you successful and happy. So I'm going to base everything off what they're saying, what they're thinking, and what they're doing. No. And it all really is about power of thought, because even when I was working as a busser till 2 a.m. It's really, really a hard job. Or working in a grocery store during COVID and all these things. A lot of times it doesn't feel right to be not thinking of yourself as a victim. Like, oh, I hate my job. What am I doing with my life? It's really about your thoughts, your power of thoughts, and what you're telling yourself, what story you're telling yourself.
Like, it's
guys.
easy. Obviously, like, we're sitting in a pretty environment and we're having a relaxing day, but all of these grueling lessons and realizations came from ugly situations, bad relationships, bad circumstances.
And, yeah, really.
And that is the only way that we've created a happy story at the end of the day, is because we told ourselves that story before it was even happening. We believed that there was better out there. We believed that there were good things out there. We believed that there was a positive story for us. Therefore, now we get to live that because we've always decided and chosen that is the truth. And the great thing about it is, like, negativity will always exist. Terrible things, life, circumstances, situations can always happen and exist. Light and the opposite of that always exists too.
Right.
Like, goodness always exists. Peace, joy, happiness, good friends, health, that always exists alongside the darkness. And we always do have a choice, even when we feel like we don't, and we feel like we're crazy for choosing.
You might sound like a crazy person sometimes to yourself, to your friends, to your family. Obviously, we still have to be like rational and be in the present moment and accept what's going on. The more that you choose to, and the more that you're like training your brain and yourself to think these ways.
Absolutely.
And to specifically talk these ways as well. The things that you're like saying out loud definitely get actualized.
How would you describe, how do we actually do that? It has to do a lot with our language, like how we speak and how we allow ourselves to talk to ourselves, and in our mind too.
The easiest way, I guess, to start with it is, are you speaking down on yourself? Are you speaking down on your capabilities, your environment? You know, are you walking outside of the door each day to go to work going, wow, I fucking...
That's okay.
I hate my job? Or are you walking out every day going, wow, I get to have a job. Yeah. How amazing is this? I think that's the first thing and the easiest thing. Easiest thing, quote unquote, it is something that, like, I mean, still every day I'll say something and then I catch myself and I go, no, like, what's an example? I can't do blank. And then immediately catch yourself, stop, go, no, I can't. Oh, the crazy thing. Yeah, when we're talking all the time, when we're talking about, like, maybe, like, goals and aspirations or, like, things happening to us, maybe and I will say, like, wouldn't that be crazy if it happens? And I go, no, it's totally plausible.
Yeah.
It's absolutely, and you know what? It always is.
Because
it
we're
always
trained,
is totally plausible.
Yeah.
The world is our oyster.
We're told that it's crazy to believe otherwise, or to believe that there are good things out there waiting for us, or that we can have a life that we get so excited about living every single day. We're told that's crazy, but
it's outlandish,
not. But it is totally plausible. If we tell ourselves that. It's all, we have the choice every single day to tell ourselves that, or to say the opposite and believe the opposite. It also sounds very repetitive to be like, what are you grateful for? Stay grateful, stay grateful. Gratitude is the best thing. Because whenever I hear that, I'm like, okay. And then I don't always feel inclined to actually sit down and think about it. I just want to keep going about my life, going about my day. How can I escape certain circumstances? How do I get away from what I don't want? I don't always just sit there and think about, what do I have?
Wait, I'll be right back.
It's okay.
Wow.
It's all a decision as to where we want to place our energy. We are allotted a certain amount of brain power, willpower, physical energy every single day. And I think when I realized how much energy it really took from me to be looking at what I didn't have, or be focusing on the lack of things that I had in my life, or what was wrong with my circumstances, I realized how much energy I was spending every single day looking at those things, thinking about those things, and putting my time and energy into those things. It was stealing so much from me. I don't have to deny the fact that these bad things have happened, or that this is part of my reality, but I can choose to put my energy and my time into the things that I do have and the things that I am excited about. Even if I don't feel like it, I have the choice, and that has dictated my mood, my opportunities, and has helped me me build a life that I do feel excited about living, because I've decided to make those conscious decisions as to what I'm focusing on. I think a lot of people, especially when you put yourself on the internet, like to assume what background you come from or what has happened to you, or automatically compare everybody's situations. And that's why I'm always so adamant on, no, everybody's situation is different. I can't speak for everybody, but I know for me, and for you, if we allowed the things that have happened to us be the focus and center of our lives, or let that dictate what we believed we were worth in the future or right now, then we wouldn't be sitting here. No. I might be dead, actually, because I wouldn't feel like life was worth living if I didn't decide that, no, there was more out there. No, I am worth more than this. Maybe no one's going to tell me that, but like, I can decide that that's the case.
Absolutely. And who is going to... You're so funny. Wait, I need to backtrack on what you thought. When you said, because I had a thought. Like I say, like, oh, I'm so grateful for all the opportunities and blessings and joy and prosperity and serenity. You know, these are like affirmations that I would write down in my journal, that I would tell myself in the mirror. Meanwhile, I'm waking up at 4 a.m. to go work at a grocery store. And very quickly, it's true. My life is filled with so many blessings and happiness and joy and prosperity and everything that I just talked about. It's really about what you tell yourself.
It is. And the more that you decide to generate those feelings by telling yourself those things or believing that those things are true, the more that you will see them in your life.
Right.
And the opposite is true.
Yep.
The more you decide to focus on the lack of what's there, the more that will become obvious to you.
Life is hard, and life does get very real. And again, it's life on life's terms, but it's how you respond to it. Are you allowed to feel sad and depressed and have real emotions that maybe aren't always positive? Yes, absolutely. It's completely healthy. It might be unhealthy to not have those emotions, but I think it's about processing those and working through it and going, okay, now what can I do?
Yeah.
Okay, now what spot am I in? What privilege do I have? What can be changed?
The contrast in life exists for a reason. We can't be scared of that contrast and scared of bad things happening. We can embrace life as a whole and say, okay, this is going to show me more of what I want, or more of what I would like to walk away from, and what I would like to bring in, and what I want to be around more, or the life that I do want to live.
Leaving that circumstance and going, okay, what did I learn from that situation? I think that's a really good one, is leaving these negative situations or whatever it is, the bad, the good, and saying, what did I learn from that situation?
What can I take away from
What can I take away? Pulling from the bad in that way.
Exactly, because we can't control...
Because it doesn't just go away.
No. So the last few things that I want to say here as we finish up.
Wow, this is stunning.
Thank you. I am done. I'm
done being a victim.
I'm done being a victim to my circumstances. I am ready to decide what I want in this life and what I am worth. And I'm done waiting for people to tell me, yeah, go ahead. Oh, no, you can't do that. Or letting bad traumatic situations keep me in a state where I'm continuing to believe that's what I deserve. No. Sometimes it's so scary to convince our bodies and our minds that we are worth more, or that we are worth these affirmations or good things that we're telling ourselves. But until we continue to decide that that's the truth and continue to decide to believe that that is what we deserve, we will feel like a victim to our life and our circumstances. And I'm just deciding that that is not the way that I want to live anymore.
No, it's really scary to have faith in yourself. Specifically to have faith in yourself in the face of doubt, whether that's your own self-doubt or your family's doubt about it, or your peers, or, you know, the comparison that you're putting yourself against other people. It's really scary to have faith in yourself and to take action in that faith, whether that's through affirmation, through gratitude, or applying to a new job. It's really scary, but I promise that you guys got this. And there's no better time than today. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? What is the worst that could happen? You succeed? What's the worst thing that could happen? Couldn't be
fail?
Worse.
We talk about that
a
few videos ago.
Yeah. Yes, use failure in your favor. And what is the worst thing that could happen? Someone says no? Great. That's another new door opened up somewhere else.
There's always something that we can be grateful for, even if it is just the blue sky above us, like you said.
Right.
The fact that we can hear the birds chirping.
Right. Oh, that's another thing that I think about all the
That we
time
can see the
is
sky.
our senses. Wow, what a gift that my knees work, that my legs work.
Or that you have a computer
Wow.
or a phone to
Yeah,
watch
that's
this
taking
video.
another step further. How lucky are you? How lucky are we?
It is a waste of life to not be looking at what we do have, even in the face of doubt, like you said.
That's when it's the most important too, to go,
Yes.
no.
That is.
That is when you're really
That is.
telling yourself, no, I am worthy. Oh, that's not crazy. No, it's totally plausible. And I think in those moments is when it's most important. You may feel crazy. You really may feel like you're out of your mind. And then one day you'll look around and go, wow, I have everything that I was talking about.
And we are resilient no matter what happens. I've been reflecting a lot on just the resilience of victims of abuse, whether that be physical, mental, how much resilience we really all do have as people, and how much resilience people have displayed in their journeys, more so than I can even say for myself. I'm just so inspired by everybody's different stories, and by just like the will that we have as humans to be like, yes, this thing is terrible that happened to me, or this circumstance sucks or is bad, but I'm going to get up anyways, and I'm going to decide that there is going to be a different outcome for me. Anyway, I feel like that's kind of all.
Yeah, and obviously this is like a small piece of the puzzle.
There are a million. This is just
One step. There's one step of the pie. There's a lot of different pieces.
one step of the pie. There is a lot we could say. We're just grazing the surface.
Right.
But hey, we can go into it more at another time.
I'd love to. You'll have me back.
Yes, Max will be back. I'm not gonna let the past steal that opportunity in the future away from me, or the opportunity of right now, to enjoy right now. I'm not
Right.
gonna let any of those circumstances hold me back anymore. And the camera is dead.
Oh, butterfly. We got it. That
Yeah,
one
we
is-
did.